Hi, my name is Larry, and that's a very complex question. Thoughts about HIV and AIDS all in general. I think the AIDS survivors definitely are very resilient people. I've had some friends that I also lost, with this battle, and they just impart that legacy of love and to keep being active and being advocate for the fight against this disease, and soon that we will have a cure, and certainly to be in the humility of helping people to find the cure and helping our science and technology and people we know in the business and people we know that will bring healing, to our population in general. Um, I, personally have volunteered to, do some uh, questions and a lot of the different studies that are in the Castro community on questions about safe sex practices, and I've also been up to current. At least I try to do 6 months or twice a year to get bring the responsibility to get tested myself and my partner. We're both sexually active, and as a gay man, I can definitely you know just want to empower and encourage people to do the same. Always know your HIV status, and just encourage everybody also to get that test, twice a year, if more. That would be great, and to just be resilient and be brave. If you do have the diagnosis of being HIV positive, to just really continue the fight and keep up with your meds. You're not alone. There's a lot of us here who will be holding your hand, to get through this. Especially we had this very interesting election, as I call it, in this past November. It's just one of those things that we need to remind each one to keep on fighting and keep for fighting for the services that are available for immigrants and colored people and a lot of non-whites who are ashamed of taking the tests, to find out their HIV status. I mean, sometimes it is taboo in some Asian cultures, like the Filipino culture, to be gay and things like that. But trust me, there's a lot of gay and lesbians also who are affected by this disease, and you need to be empowered that it's okay to take that test. And then lastly, I just wanted to do a quick shout out. I've always wanted to make advocacy a part of my life because of my Papa Billy. Billy Dove Smith is one of my mentors, who's a gay American man who served in the military as well. He was in the Air Force, and he's kind of like my adopted grandpa. And he always encouraged me to be myself and be gay. I was born gay, basically, but he left me this important lesson to always be humble and encourage people, not out of guilt to go get tested, but out of just the emotional responsibility, to just really care that, for them, in order for them to also care about their health. So that's one of those things that I learned from him. And I just wanted to also, highlight that, part of the millennial generation or some of the generations that are coming up, were busy into text messaging and, all of the social media, use the social media as a tool to spread the word, to get tested, and to always, be there for people that are, you know, both hurting and then also, not educated about, you know, um, safe sex and using protection, and also to be the ally when that happens, to not be judgmental about, having that particular experience, because in the humanistic level, we're all humans, we're all human being, and we all have failures, we all have successes, we all have challenges, and we all have battles to fight every day. I mean, I know that myself, being raised by a single parent, and then when I came out to my mom, she sent me down and basically said, no matter what, I will love you, and I'm, you know, I already knew that you were gay when you were 3 or 4 years old when you were trying my high heels and my lipstick. So, a queen. So I just wanted to say, if you are watching this, there is hope, and don't ever give up hope. And I just want to say that, for people who are infected by the disease, there is definitely the fight that we are fighting there with you, and you're not alone. I just want to say too that when you started also with or when you're first diagnosed, um, don't be afraid to ask for help, because some of your friends will definitely understand your situation. Some of them might turn you away, definitely, and then some of them might say, I'm a little scared, I don't want to get it. You don't get HIV through kissing. You don't, learn to be an educator for the young generation, that HIV transmission is only with unprotected sex or barebacking and things like that. And I just wanted to say that there's a lot of stigma associated with the disease, but with us being a community, let's help fight that stigma, because it's almost like being discriminated just because you have a condition that's like that. And, for all the people that I loved and lost in my life through AIDS, sometimes I think they're shining down on me, just keeping on continuing to educate people, to keep up with the fight and keep hoping, and just to really be an inspiration to somebody. And I think I'm really, really glad that this particular video is helping us um, be that voice to people, regardless of color, your skin, your creed, your religion, how much income you make. I mean, when a disease hits you, it's a universal thing, and just the aspect and humility to care. So thanks again for giving me this platform to speak. Um, I have friends that are HIV positive and are dealing with their meds every day. I just want to say, for all you guys that are in the same situation, I am proud of you. Keep being well, and someday, we will all be alive to be here for the cure. And I am definitely urging the government and urging some of our political people in the office to, in the political, all the branches of government, both the House of Congress and, Senate, to be the lobby to provide more funding for this particular research, and, to also decrease the cost of medications. I have a little bit of nursing background too, so I saw it, firsthand, that sometimes some HIV positive patients and some AIDS patients cannot afford medication. So I just want to alert our government that this is one of the important funding that needs to not be cut. This is the funding that actually, instead of cutting, needs to be tripled and quadrupled, to be able to really battle this particular illness and disease. And as Americans, I stand with you in acknowledging that it is a disease that we will definitely prevail and beat in this lifetime. And again, thanks for watching. And I just want to say to all my HIV positive and HIV negative friends, keep fighting. That's really all we could do. Keep fighting. And I'm proud of you for fighting. And I'll fight there with you until that day comes. Thanks again. Bye.